Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, today we're jumping straight into something lots of you have asked about. Data Annotation.tech. It's this platform, right, promising remote work, training AI models, and the pay rates they mention are, well, pretty eye-catching. $20, sometimes even $40 an hour.
Yeah, definitely eye-catching.
So the big question we're digging into from your sources is this legit? Or is it, just a massive time sink?
It's a great question because, honestly, it's complicated. Data annotation is basically an AI freelance site. They're sort of the trainers for AI, teaching it how to respond, how to generate stuff.
Right.
And yeah, they advertise those high rates. They talk about paying out millions, having like over 100,000 members. Sounds impressive.
Okay. Let's unpack the fine print, though, starting with who can actually do this work. Because that $40 an hour dream, it's got a major geographical string attached.
It really does. That's the first big filter. Our sources are pretty clear. It's mainly for people in the big English-speaking countries.
Like U.S., Canada.
Exactly. US, Canada, UK, Ireland, Australia, New Zealand. If you're applying from somewhere else, the sources say you could be waiting months, maybe even a year or more before you hear anything.
Wow. Okay, so they're definitely targeting specific markets.
Seems like it, based on their needs right now, yeah.
And even if you are in one of those places, there's still this big upfront, cost. Your time.
Yeah.
It's not a quick sign-up.
No, not at all. The sources really emphasize this. You have to do a mandatory assessment first, and it takes time, like a good hour, hour and a half.
An hour and a half just for the assessment.
Yep. Plus, you need to give them personal info, phone number, that kind of thing. And you absolutely have to have an active PayPal account. That's the only way they pay.
Okay, PayPal only.
Yeah.
Got it. So yeah, 90 minutes it's a real investment for something that isn't even guaranteed, right?
Exactly. It's a gamble with your time.
So assuming you pass this assessment hurdle, what's the actual work like? It sounds kind of interesting, training AI.
It is, yeah. It's all about feeding the AI. So could be survey-style tasks, chatting with chatbots to see how they do, maybe creating specific prompts for them, or labeling things like images or text so the AI learns categories.
And the pay. Does it really hit that $20 or $40 mark?
It seems so, yeah. The sources confirm $20 an hour for the general AI writing and training stuff, but it jumps to $40 an hour if you're doing coding projects.
Coding. Okay, that makes sense.
But it's not just any coding. You need experience. Languages like JavaScript, Python, C++, C, that level.
And it's more than just knowing the language, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's about a certain kind of thinking.
Precisely. You're not just banging out simple code. Often, for data annotation, these coders are reviewing the AI's own code or creating really tough tests designed to break the AI, basically.
To make it learn from mistakes.
Exactly. That level of skill, yeah, that justifies the higher pay.
Okay, so here's where things get, confusing.
Yeah.
Because we see these two completely different stories. Some users are saying, yeah, I made a few $1,000s, best remote gig ever.
Right, you see those glowing reports. But then you look at something like Trustpilot.
Yeah.
The overall score is okay-ish, like 3.6 stars.
Yeah.
But dig deeper, and almost a third, 31%, are one-star reviews, the lowest possible.
Wow, 31% 1 star. What's the main complaint there?
It's what we could call the ghosting problem. People put in the time, that hour and a half for the assessment. They pass it, maybe even get qualified for some initial project types.
Oh, yeah.
And then nothing. Radio silence. They invested the time, they proved they could do it, but the actual paid work just never shows up.
That sounds incredibly frustrating. Why would they do that? If they need skilled people, especially those $40 coders, why risk alienating them?
Well, if you connect the dots from the sources, it kind of looks like they're always building their pipeline. It suggests a supply and demand thing, but maybe strategic.
Strategic how?
Like they're constantly screening and qualifying talent, especially those high-skill coders. So when a big, urgent project drops, boom, they can staff it instantly.
Okay. So for many people applying, getting work depends on
luck, pretty much. Being in the right place with the right skills, exactly when data annotation has a sudden high-volume need. That seems to be the key, according to the sources.
So the general applicants, the ones aiming for the $20 tasks, they're kind of like a buffer, while the system hunts for the $40 talent.
That seems to be the implication, yeah. The system prioritizes finding those niche, high-paid skills, and maybe everyone else just ends up in a long queue.
Which explains the contradictory experiences. The few who hit the jackpot, get consistent work, they rave about it.
Right. While the huge number who spent 90 minutes and got nothing, they probably just, give up quietly. delete the account.
Yeah. And even if you do get accepted, you might not get the hours you want. You might be hoping for full-time, but only find a few hours of tasks available each week.
Exactly. That inconsistency is another big theme.
Okay, so our deep dive suggests data annotation.tech isn't really a scam. The pay could be real, but it's super volatile. Success feels very unevenly spread.
That sums it up pretty well. The high pay exists, but getting access to it, getting consistent hours, that's often elusive. It's a gamble.
So for you listening, the decision really comes down to this. Is that potential high pay, the $20 or $40 an hour, worth locking yourself in for that guaranteed 90-minute assessment, knowing there's a real chance, maybe even a 50-50 chance or worse, of getting zero work out of it?
Yeah, it forces you to really think about the gig economy's volatility. How much is your application time worth?
And that brings us to a final thought. If this company is investing so much in building this pipeline, screening people even if they can't offer immediate work, how should you, as a potential worker, actually value that hour and a half you spend applying? Especially when the odds of getting activated seem pretty low. It's not just time lost, it's opportunity cost, right? What else could you have done with that time?